All right, so my next guest, you know him. I mean, he's always optimistic, one of these rose-colored glasses kind of guys. So I was worried when he said some flashing of warning signs out there. I want to bring in Keith Fitz-Gerald with us now. And Keith, let's start with the S&P 500. You're saying 4,400 is right around here. 4,400 is a very, very pivotal number. If we break through that, you know, maybe it starts to get dicey. How vulnerable? Let's do two scenarios. On the downside, if it breaks through, and also after that, tell us where do you think it could go if it holds and bounces?
Okay, so let's tackle this. First of all, rose-colored glasses come with calculated risks, right? So it's not just blindly optimistic. We've got to pick the right companies at the right time. If we're looking at 4,400, what we've got to do is hold, or we're going to go to 3,600, 3,500, which ironically enough are support levels we set roughly a year ago, Charles. Wow. Now, if we hold these things, I think we run 4-5% higher into the 4,700% range, which I actually think is the far more probable cost.
That's a wide spread. So the risk is significantly lower than the potential reward at this particular point.
Yes, this is my favorite scenario because when everybody's putting money down in the corner of the room, you want to just walk over and pick it up and see what you can do with it.
Let's talk now about where you want to be in, regardless of the overall market. You like NVIDIA. Everyone seems to like NVIDIA. You get nervous, except they are so unique as a company right now. It's hard not to like them. Tesla has pulled back a little bit here, and JP Morgan. Tesla, it does this, right? It's volatile like that. You're buying these right now?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, within the last couple of days, I've purchased more shares of each of those because, again, I've got a longer-term perspective. I'm willing to take the calculated risk. The markets, the path of least resistance is still higher for the best companies. The rest of the companies are going to have a rough go of it, Charles. I'm not interested in those. I want the best in class in every place I go because I want to make money, if I can, with every stock I own over time.
All right, Keith, I got a list here. The 10 greatest acquisitions of all time. The greatest being when Google bought DoubleClick. They paid $3 billion. They've got almost $200 billion in return. What's interesting is ESPN is on the list. Disney, a huge return. Unfortunately, they've mismanaged this. There's a lot of scuttlebutt out there that they may have to sell it. Apple may be a buyer. So two things. First, you were going to buy Disney, and you changed your mind on that. I want to find out why you did that, and what do you think would be, should Apple go for it? Should Apple buy ESPN?
Well, it's interesting because to me, the reason I changed my mind on Disney was specifically because Apple's got an ESPN problem. ESPN isn't a sports network anymore. That having been said, if Apple can get ESPN in isolation, it might be really cool because Apple desperately wants worldwide television rights. They're moving into sports. Think about what they could do with the Vision Pro. If they could create a virtual courtside seat or virtual pitch match for World Cup soccer, I mean, that would be so cool. It'd be a huge needle mover for Apple. I'd love to see it and be great for Disney because suddenly they wouldn't be in the streaming race. They could be back to what they do best, which is visual branding.
Hey, you remember some of these deals? So Google, DoubleClick, we got Facebook with Google on there 4 times. These monster deals, I remember these monster deals used to send the market so much higher. You think we can still get some of these deals, any of them in the pipeline like that?
I think we could, but the game has changed, Charles. It's become one of computers and high-speed traders. So moving the needle immediately probably isn't going to happen anymore. But it is going to happen over time. So again, that's where deals like this, you just got to simply think about them differently. It's not instant gratification anymore. It's plant your seeds, watch them grow, because when they grow, they're going to grow big.
Yeah, I tell you what, these be so much fun coming on a Monday, and you'll be up 100%. All right, Keith, we got to leave it there, my man. Talk to you again real soon.
Hi, it's Keith here. Thanks for checking out today's highlight clip. What'd you think? Did I make sense? Is there something you'd like to add? Make sure you leave a comment down below, and of course, click subscribe to keep up right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email newsletter at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and a whole lot more.